but I did. I actually failed my first express when that rally ended and just started
when
to
it ended?
dump. Yeah, I was just like, okay, it's going down, but I'm gonna get on a buy. It has to go up, and everything was rallying. Some some people like to think that gold has like some sort of correlation with like U.S. stocks like Nasdaq or like the Dow Jones. One of them's doing good, the other one has to do bad. But everything was rallying at the time.
Mhm.
Um, I did correct my strategy after that rally ended, and that's I passed the combine again, and I got my express, and I just started finding the trends, uh the trends on gold during Tokyo, and that's how I pretty much passed my XFA in around 10 or 11 days.
Wow.
Nice. Yeah, it'll never
You
hurt
don't
being
hear
on
a
the right
lot
side of the
about.
market.
Yeah, no, that's the fact. Also, never hear about the Tokyo session, which is pretty
Mhm.
sweet, Caesar,
Oh.
that you're able to get into an XFA and pass into a live account in a trading session that I don't know we almost never talk about. How did you get into trading the Tokyo session, and did you trade like the New York Open before, and you just found out that that was kind of your bread and butter?
Yeah, so at the time when I started to get into trading, I was still working my 9 to 5, and I was night shift, right?
Mm.
So I would start my work shift at for what me and Cali time would be like 3:30 p.m., and I would get out at midnight, and I would get
Oh wow.
home like at 2 a.m., and I probably have like 3 hours to sleep. And like for me, New York opens at 6:30 a.m. So uh I would try to get onto New York Open, but like me being on reduced sleep, like my reaction time was probably not ideal for like those huge spike movements on New York. So I blew so many accounts on New York because I didn't take profit, or I didn't set a stop loss fast enough. So I just ran with Tokyo because it starts like at 5 p.m. for my time, and I'm wide awake by that time. That would be like you know I guess like a second shift for trading, if I could, if I could categorize it like that. So that's where I
Mhm.
found myself to be more comfortable during Tokyo.
Wow, that's cool. Hope that's inspiring to people in chat who think they have to trade the New York Open to be a profitable trader. I mean, these markets are moving what 23 hours a day,
Yep.
so it's awesome that you found your niche in the Tokyo session.
Is it still kinda your bread and butter? Are you still waiting for those late night hours?
Well, I have been looking at gold during Tokyo. This past month, December, hasn't been moving too good, so that's why I've been looking at Nasdaq now. And well, I do find some good trades here, here and then. Like maybe the one I'm in right now, I would say that's a good entry for a one contract on normal Nasdaq, not minis. But yeah, I mean, I guess it lost its momentum that it was going all the way up, and I
Mhm.
doubt it'll reach previous day close before the session ends. But it may, just start consolidating here and kind of like float downwards. With not as much as momentum as it went up, but I'm in a good sell right here.
Yeah,
I would adjust my stop loss. Yeah, but
walk us through this trade that you put on. You're currently short at 21,724 in the NQ. Walk us through your
yeah.
setup.
So
What were you seeing when you put this trade on? And
when I put this
what do
trade
you want to
on,
see in the market go?
so I try to like check multiple time frames. I was looking at it at the 1 minute. Let's see. I got in here when it was kind of like consolidating, making up its mind if it wanted to go back up. And I set my stop loss here at this candle where it just started to make the big drop. And I think probably got around here. It almost pushed my stop to the limit. That happens so often with me. It just almost grazes it, but then it just started to trend downwards. I did also look at the 30 minutes. I like looking at the higher time frames because sometimes they let you know what's going to happen, beforehand. See, it started rallying, and we just started having nonstop red for multiple 30 minutes, 30-minute candles. So, once it, I mean, that entry was kind of risky because it was like on this level where it went up previously. It could have gone up, like the previous speaker was saying, but, uh, I For me, I just think it was going down. I'm not too technical with my trades. I do respect like price points and like previous day closes, but the market just does what it wants sometimes or most of the time. So I just did my decision was doing the opposite of what it looked like it was going to do, and it's working out right now. Yeah,
You,
I don't want to be
so
like
what
too
do we
technical with it, but sometimes everyone thinks it's gonna
what
go
do,
up, and then it just boom, bounce down, done. It just does whatever it wants.
what are we looking at on your chart right now? What are those indicators you have up?
Yeah, chat
Oh,
asked to
so
know.
okay, so the only indicators so these lines I draw these manually. These horizontal lines, like when the market closes, I just draw these as previous day close. So and I use those to like make my decisions. Like, oh, like sometimes it starts like hovering between that level, and then when it breaks up to the upside or to the downside, that's when I probably get into a trade. These little dots, it's the parabolic SAR. I just use like the manual, like the default settings. Um, let's see it. In this channel looking thing, this is Ichimoku clouds.
Oh, we were just talking about that on
Yeah,
Friday, I think.
We were. I'm
yeah.
not
So this
terribly
kind
familiar
of
with them.
yeah, I may not understand like completely how it works or what you're looking at, but it kind of lets you know where the volume is going to be. So green means buy, red means sell. Sometimes on some time frames where it stops moving, maybe we'll find one right now. We're probably in a channel right now. Okay. Oh yeah, see where it's bouncing off of this channel. Like it was, we're in the cells, but this cloud is green. So the candles are like bouncing off of it since there's a lot of like buy orders here. Um, that would be my way of interpreting the clouds. Like I could be wrong, right? But that is what I'm seeing right here on the 15. Um, Sometimes you find like on other time frames. Oh, you see, there are
Oh
lots
yeah.
of buys on the fives. Yeah, right where everyone was saying it's supposed to go up, but I guess the sells are winning right now. Yeah, I get how it just bugs out like that. You see, we had all that buy pressure here, but the sells won and it pushed it out of the cloud, and now it's fighting the one on the 15 here. Um, I'm still, it just bugs out always. That's what I want.
And what about
But
some moving
viewing it
averages
from
too?
like yes, I have moving averages, but sometimes they decide to not appear. I do have like the
Oh.
SMA. I have VWAP. Most of them are in default settings.
Hmm.
But sometimes they decide to appear on my graph. Oh yeah, here they are. I'm colorblind. Ha. Yeah, so everything everything's trying to go under those moving averages. So that's also helped my decision with the sell instead of the buys on the
Nice.
30s.
Should we hop in on
So
this
Uh,
short, JD? Were you short at again? Hold on, it's up there.
short at
20,
I got in.
24.
24.
So we're not too far from your entry. Have you what's your stop what's your exit
Uh,
strategy on this trade?
my stop loss or
Where are
I'm
you going
sorry,
to
I
be
couldn't
getting
hear
out
you.
if we come back to your entry price or around your entry price? Are you
Um,
adjusting your stops?
yeah, I think I'll adjust it right now. I hadn't adjusted this whole time since the interview started. I'll probably just since it's already pushing out. I will take a loss of 90 if it pushes me back out. I think the most I had at the time was sit at positive 500.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we're gonna see it. So here we're gonna see it challenge this cloud, this cell cloud. Maybe it breaks through. Maybe it doesn't. If it doesn't, it'll probably just push back down. Um, but that's up to like that's up to all the orders that are in the market right now. Like just it lining up with the indicator doesn't guarantee anything. See
I
now
like
it's
that
pushing
statement.
down.
I like that statement.
Yeah, yeah. I just had to say, that's just how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Indicators won't guarantee if something's gonna go the way it says. I think as traders, we have to be able to see the future. What's gonna happen in a few seconds, a few minutes, 15, 30, like an hour. And sometimes indicators, won't tell you what's gonna happen,
Yep.
and
There's
you have to
leading
use
it.
your own.
There's leading indicators and there's
Yeah,
lagging indicators. You should know
Hmm.
the difference
yeah.
between them and which ones you're looking at. But we're getting a little
Yeah,
more follow through to the downside. We just kind of
nice
kissed the
range.
top of that 5 minute range. Dolby, do you want
This
in on this trade? I think it's still a cheap short right now at the top of this
it
three
is a
minute
cheap
range.
short. It's definitely a cheap short. Let's place an order at like 719s. We'll sell two at 719s and see if we can just nip the
719.
top of that
Sounds
range.
good.
Unless you think it's gonna pull back. It's not gonna pull back, JD, in which case we'd want to take it like maybe right now. But a lot of higher lows so far. Oh, it's just running.
Hmm.
Thanks, NASDAQ, for doing what you
Thanks,
do.
Nas-
Caesar's happy
No
though.
chill. No chill
No
NASDAQ.
chill.
Oh yeah. I'm just
Easy
happy Nasdaq's not making me look bad on live television, like having me lose a
air.
bunch of money.
Yeah,
Jumping
hey,
on
you still
Thanks,
have
Top Step
like
Nasdaq.
TV, calling out trades.
Yeah,
you still have 25 minutes, Caesar. There's still time. There's still time for
Plenty of
the
time,
manager
yeah.
to make a fool of us. Yeah.
well, if I were to close it right now, it'd be in green, so that's all that matters. Like not ending the day red.
Yeah. I think I had a level at 693. I'm just trying to figure out. Oh, I see why I have 693s. It was like a high of the 1 hour, 4 hour candle at overnight, 1 a.m. So maybe there's a little bit of price bounce there.
Yeah, like
But if we could get below like 693s, I got 642s as the second sort of target. It's almost 50 points
42s.
lower from where we're at.
Yep.
Yeah, if we don't hold 693s, I don't know, Jay, this is kind of bearish. Should we just try to short
Yeah.
one and maybe get a second one?
We could do that.
All right, let's do
Some
that. Let's do
lows.
that.
But Hogue
Right.
mentioned a naked point of
short.
control down at 641. That's a target just below our weekly kickoff high at 21,650. So that's a decent target area, 640 to 650 area.
Yeah. All right, how's
If
the
we
short
continue
one?
lower.
21,708. And then
How's
Caesar,
the
where's your
short?
stop right now?
I just had my stop barely above, where my profit was. I will have, I will slide it to have me take me out on positive. Let's see, I'm on 200.
Okay.
Oh, and I just did it
Oh.
too tight. It stopped me out. But
Well,
let's see.
Caesar's live account locked
Okay.
out for the rest of the day, so we're on a combine right
Yeah,
now.
this is a combine. Yeah, I may just get in with another sell right now.
we're gonna add two. It's
right
at
back in.
720s.
Right back in. Add in at 720.
Mm.
What was our original entry price, Dolby?
708s.
708.
So we're dollar cost averaging, as some people like saying it.
All right, house
Oh,
count.
you
Short one
gotta
at
be kidding me.
708. Working
Yeah.
another one at 20. Just kind of bouncing around here. Not a whole lot of
Yeah.
movement right
Not
now.
a whole
We're
lot of
gonna-
momentum. Yeah.
We'll work this range with Caesar here. It's starting to get a little bit wiggly though, which is kind of interesting, especially for a 1 p.m.
Yeah.
segment. I don't know if you normally
Sideways
trade the 1
city.
p.m. segment, Caesar, but like between 1 and 2 p.m. Central, it tends to get a little bit slow and choppy.
Yeah,
This actually has been
that's what I'm
pretty
seeing.
good thus far. But we're getting some wiggle in the ladder here. So hopefully we end up getting a move to ideally to the downside, but we might get some action by 1:30 here. Where's your stop now on this new trade that you have?
Oh, I had it too high. I had it like that. I'll just say
About
how it just bugs
now.
out, and I had to like refresh. I had it somewhere. Let's see. I had it at 29. Guess I don't
29?
want to have
Okay.
it like below this cloud. Yeah, because I set it under this
Mhm.
cloud and it just bounces off of it and comes back down. That'll take me out. So I had kind of like halfway through the cloud.
Cool. We'll do 730s and we'll short another one at 720s. That gets us up to 2. So we do have higher lows, but we also have been stair stepping down for pretty much the entire day ever since we made those highs at like 21,900. Let's see if we can continue this downtrend here into new lows, very closely being short 2. If we don't get filled, it's okay. I like this trade. It's a good cheap trade, JD and
Yeah.
Caesar.
Working second offers at 20, you said?
Yeah, 20 half. So like
20 half.
right, just a tick above highs.
Did we just miss it?
We
Printed
did just
20
miss it.
half.
We did
Yeah,
not
got it, though.
get filled. Nope. We weren't in the queue. It's like a queue of like 5 people. We must have been the fifth person in that queue. This
Yep.
ladder is not
That's the
very deep.
difference. That's the difference between sim and live, folks. We were working the offer. I printed. Should have high ticked it. Didn't get it.
Oh my god. Oh, 15 points later. That's a bummer. Anyway, Caesar, what are some of your goals for 2025 with your trading here?
Well, my first goal of the year is to this week focus on getting my first payout because I haven't traded since Thanksgiving. So yeah,
Oh wow.
I'm kind of rusty, and well, I want to get back in that groove that getting your payout feels like. Once you get your payout, you're like, okay, I'm gonna. It keeps you motivated for your trading, and I'm trying to get that this week.
Was it a planned break to take off pretty much all of December?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a planned break. I think like on Thanksgiving, I passed my
Short two.
XFA and I got called to live, and I think I didn't receive my credentials until like by the end of December. So what we decided is like, okay, just give it to me January because
Hmm.
the month's about to end. Like the data payment, the data fee,
Oh yeah,
and
that makes sense.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's why I've been on a break for a month from
New
Top
year,
Step.
new
So I'm
you,
trying to
new account.
new year, new me,
Yep.
new account,
Oh,
but not trying to blow it.
no,
Starting the
no,
year with a
no round
payout or
tripping
a
your live
plan. Yeah.
accounts.
Starting the year with a plan for a payout. That's a good way to start the year.
Yeah, I
Yep.
just
That
have to say how
confidence.
it is.
Build
Like
up that confidence
focus
early.
this focus this week on getting a payout, and little by little hit the goal. I do
Perfect.
have to make some adjustments to my strategy on the live, but I think I got to figure it out today on Market Open. I'll find some moves and we'll go from there.
Nice. Well, Caesar, we are now short two. I think we're both shorted around
Okay.
the same price, 21,714s. We're at 14s and a half. We need some lower lows here. Having a hard time doing it, but we will see how this plays out. Nasdaq can flip at the drop of a
Yeah,
hat.
it could just change its attitude like midway.
I
Yeah.
mean, we could shed 50 points whenever it wants to. But I did like the five. I think it's still pretty solid. It's a good idea for a short here. If we do end up running up against sort of like long time frame support, so be it. But I think in a vacuum, this is a good stair step short here.
Yeah. We're
Do we have
created.
more though?
Maybe I
What's the
should
time frame on that
adjust
chart,
my
Dolby? Is that a 1 minute chart?
1 minute.
Yeah, I'm on the
Yeah.
1 minute because it's telling me like
Yeah.
why it's going sideways, and it's probably going to challenge this cloud here. Sometimes you
Where's
see
the?
it's kind of rejecting.
Oh, I see. It's like right there. What am I saying? I have my
Yeah.
own cloud. Man, there we go. All right, I'm in the clouds with you.
In the clouds, yeah, we're up in the clouds right now. The Nasdaq
Yep.
clouds.
Yeah, I got the Ichimoku cloud on now, and we are just at the kind of just entering in the shaded area here of the Ichimoku cloud.
Checking in on the
Yeah, we
chat.
wanted to
Hailfire.
reject.
Hailfire in the chat. We need context. You wanna spout out some dumb stuff like that? Then add some context to it. Explain yourself.
Oh, I'm
Otherwise,
missing
I was kind of short.
quality check comments.
Context.
Hailfire
Yeah,
says,
context.
"There's a dumb spot to short." He says, "Why?"
Why? Also, are
So I
you
see,
Well,
long?
like, why are we shorting?
I see a textbook bear flag here. We're sort of right at the upper end of a 3 minute range. There's a lot going on. This is a excellent place for a nice cheap short. That's why I initiated it in the first place. But why? Why is this a bad spot? Tell us.
Why are you long? Or are you just not short? I mean, this makes sense to me. I mean, this is stair step lows.
Yep.
You just take this trend from the high. This is all downtrend, and all it's been doing is just stair stepping lower. I mean, you draw a lot of those where support becomes resistance and vice versa. Like, and we're just doing it on like, let's say this is like the third or fourth stair step down. So I'd say it's right about our entry. So, I mean, if we were to go back and look at this chart, I wouldn't probably change any of my thoughts or ideas here. We are still in a downtrend. We have not switched from to resistance becomes support. We have it flipped. So this is still guilty until proven bullish.
Correct. Starting to see a
And
little bit of follow
if
through.
yeah, so whoever was in the short with me, I guess we're kind of up right now.
We're definitely kind of up right now. So let's talk targets here. We got 2. Are you in 2 or 1 right now?
I'm in a one contract, not trying to go too heavy. It's just it's a combine. So
Yeah. Well, you got caps
uh
too. Let's see if we could
yeah.
680s for one JD and then maybe hold the rest for a runner.
I like it.
Cool.
Hold one into the close.
I doubt
maybe?
it'll
Possibly.
I doubt it'll challenge previous day close today.
Oh, I think you just broke up a little bit. Oop, or was it me?
300
Oh, it was.
in
Oh, there
like
we go.
2 hours,
You're
which
back.
I don't sound.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're losing them.
Come back. Get out of the
All right,
clouds.
this is a great opportunity. While we get Cesar back, we're gonna bring in James for some announcements. You ready for it?
I think I'm doing the announcement.
Oh, go ahead
We're
then, Dolby.
doing the X announcement. Just I think James has a logo or something. I mean, he might be actually working right now to get Caesar back on here. However, if you don't follow us on Twitter or Twix or X, please do at TopstepTV. That's where you're going to share all of your hashtag Power Hour content. Send us your, battle stations. That's always a fun one. If you have any pet pics, animals trading, that seems really cute. Interact with us. Whatever you guys want to share with us, please do it at TopstepTV. We are marching with our subs up to like almost 4,000, I think. So it's getting there. It is getting there, but it is very much fun. I am on that all the time, interacting with y'all. So share your stuff. Also share your data too. I don't know if you can, if you don't know this, but you can actually go to your trade report and directly share a link to your trade report with other traders and also with us. So that's pretty sweet. Definitely give us a follow at TopstepTV on X.
Dolby will find your content. Just share it.
Somebody's
got an eye on it.
This 5-minute is still holding up. Pretty good. Cesar is still MIA, but we've got good movement here so far.
A little bit of follow through the downside.
Yep, we could maybe walk our stop down to about 724s. Because to be honest, probably don't want to get all the way back up there.
We just broke out to the downside. We broke through the ascending line from our little bear flag.
Yep.
So we were getting some follow through momentum to the downside. I think moving a stop, not the worst idea. I don't want to take a loss on this trade now.
Do you want to go to back? We can go to break even. I just feel like every time I go to break even, I just want to take profits immediately, though.
Yeah,
but we can, because that's the worst, man.
I did that just on Friday. I moved a stop to break even on a great trade just because it was taking too long to play out. I was in a long trade in the NASDAQ for a solid, I don't know, maybe 20, 25 minutes. I was in the money a little bit, maybe 20 points, and I just wasn't getting the follow through I wanted. So moved the stop to break even, came and took me out, and then took off to the upside.
It's almost like the market knows. It's like no risk-free trades, right? So either have a little bit of risk or accept all the risk. But like the whole break-even thing, it's just like you're just begging for the market to slap your wrist. Yep. No risk-free trades allowed. Cesar, you back?
Looks like we got Cesar back.
Yeah.
What's up?
What's up?
Still hanging in this trade?
I'm still hanging in the sell, yeah.
Hell yeah. Diamond hands, baby.
Diamond hands.
693 bounced again. It's the one level that I am looking at. Very 693. 21,693 was the
below 93. Do you want to add another one?
We could do it. I just have terrible luck doing it. But we could try.
Yeah. As soon as you add, it's gonna reverse. Don't do it.
I swear, like
exactly. This happened to everyone. That's what
he said it. He said the quiet part out loud.
Yep. Yeah, some traders have like superpowers, right? Where it's like, I can always just, buy market in. It always works. Or I can always sell highs. It always works. I have like a
Mhm.
couple anti superpowers, and one of them is like stop
Jerome.
buying, or stop selling. Oh, there he is.
Jerome.
There he
Thanks,
is.
Hope.
Jerome.
Is
Thank
that
you, Hogue. Thank you.
that's God himself right there. Look at it. It's working. It's working.
Keep
Say
going.
more.
Keep going.
Keep on doing it. We lost like 10
Chat's
points,
picking up
Hogue,
on it.
and then he stopped.
Jerome.
Dropped 10 points. There we go. Hogue, this is working. Yeah,
Jerome.
keep it up.
Mo started it.
Hey, we'll take it. We'll take whatever bearish price action we can get. This does feel like it does want to roll all the way down, though. It just inflicts some more pain. But if we get break even and it rolls over, JD, I might lose a keyboard today. Might lose a keyboard.
Don't move the stop. Don't move the stop then. Let it play
No,
out.
we're good. We're good. We're good.
We're getting
We
some
got
more
one at
follow-throughs
680.
outside.
TP1 680. Diamond hands the rest. I think we got
I
it.
like it.
Jerome.
Feels good.
Jerome.
Where all my bulls at in chat? Did he disappear? Or there's they
Where are my bulls at?
Jerome.
Yeah.
They got their money and left.
Bulls got paid earlier.
Oh, okay, 693 bidded below and jumped back up 10 points.
Little rejection right there. Major rejection.
So we're doing a good job of making lower highs and lower lows right now on small time frames. So it's kind of a shift. But let's see. This is still very rangy. And this is kind of pretty typical for the one.
Yeah, it's
1
just
PM segment.
sideways city at this time of the day. I don't like it.
Sideways City. It's like a sitcom title.
Sideways City.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's a good title.
that's a good title.
All right, we're right back to our original entry again.
Well, almost. We'd be stopped out if we were. But we are at break even right now. We're not going to take a loss on this one.
What's our average price? Say
Average
14?
price 21,714s. Yeah, we got that excellent dollar cost average down where we sold one at like 722s or something. Where'd we get in? Yeah, that was awesome. 720s
Nicely done.
was our ad. So a good example of how, adding when a trade is going against you works. You just already have to have like kind of your risk defined and like what like your level is that you are maintaining. But as long as you keep that, then yeah, you can, average down. But it's not quite the same. Okay, Cat, you gotta go.
The cat didn't cover the
like-
trade, did he?
Nope, but it's why I don't have hotkeys, JD. It's why I don't have hotkeys.
That's pretty funny. All right, house account is short. Cesar is short.
Yeah, I'm still in the short.
They're still short.
Kind of just going sideways for a bit. Probably do that till the end of the trading day.
I think we got one push. We got one big push left. NASDAQ always has something in its pocket. A little surprise.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the biggest range we have right now? I'd probably say the 15-minute. It's probably the biggest range, and it's pretty fresh. But you could kind of draw a box from, let's say, 676 to 724. I'd say it's about the 15-minute range. So the longer it stays here, the more of an explosive move outside of the range we should expect. So as long as we don't get stopped out, and this does break to the downside, this could be a pretty sweet trade. And JD, is this not a perfect example of cheap trade? We had someone in chat say, go long, go long, go long, but the risk reward and the opportunity in this trade was, pretty clear.
Yeah.
Pretty clear.
I agree 100%, especially after the nice V-shaped formation that we have, straight up, straight down. I just hit my microphone. Straight up, straight down. So you're basically, in the market environment like this, you're looking for a pullback to get short, which is exactly what we did. We had a nice bear flag setting up on a 3-minute, 5-minute chart. We could pull it back up on my charts.
Let's see if we can
Broke
get that
out, trading
down.
below that now. So we know what our risk is. We trade back inside of this little mini bear flag. Maybe we consider just cutting this trade, but for right now, we're in the money. Momentum still appears to be to the downside, so we're in a good spot. We'll let the market dictate
Yep.
when we're
Little
wrong.
1 minute range forming just above 693s. See how that plays out. Caesar, are you at a point like in your trading career where you see your setup and you just get excited to take the trade, or do you still have some like reservations when
Um,
your setup appears?
yeah, I do have some reservations. Like, let's say my setup could appear on any determined market open, like on Tokyo Open or New York Open. Like, you could
Mhm.
have like your pattern and your strategy saying, oh, it's gonna go up or down, and
And
and like
No.
it's
I wonder if you have the mouse bug.
clear that
Hey,
it's gonna
Caesar,
go.
stop moving your mouse when you're
Yes.
talking, and I think that fixes the issue with you disconnecting like temporarily.
Oh, really? Okay, so
Yeah, this happens every now
um,
and then. It's a really weird
funky
so
bug.
little bug. Yeah.
oh, okay, this is a little bug. So
Mhm.
if I see my setup lining up with like, let's say New York Open or Tokyo Open or maybe London Open, I try to avoid taking a trade, because if it's too obvious, sometimes that market open and all the volume that's coming in will just mess with your trade, or it'll take you out, or like it'll push your stop loss to the limit, and then it'll go the way you saw it going. So I try to stay away from bells from market
Mm.
opens whenever I'm trading.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Fair enough.
Do you
Yeah.
feel like you could? Yeah. Do you feel like you could trade any market with like your system? You think you could trade any market in front of you?
Well, the only instruments I've tried to take trades on is gold, Nasdaq, and I think US 30 would be the Dow Jones, right?
Down. Yep.
Um, yeah, so I haven't really tried to take trades on anything outside of that,
Mm.
but I think for any instrument, New York would probably would be the best session because of all of the movement. There are
Mhm.
days on Tokyo, like let's say December, like doing gold on Tokyo was really just really slow. There were days where it was just bouncing between uh it wouldn't want to move more than $3 either up or down. It was just ranging. I like to try to find trending markets to get my plays, so that's way I can just set my trade and just watch it go in that direction instead of having to swing it, like close the trade as soon as it reaches a bounce level, and then hop on the opposite direction until it reaches the top side bounce level, so to say, and
Yeah.
just being going up and down like sells and buys. I try not to do swings. If the market doesn't want to give you a trend, I guess you will have to take a swing. But scalping and swinging is not really my style. I like doing floats. Just
Mhm.
set up the trade and watching it roll. Um,
693s. Oh, 100
Good
bidding at
presses.
oh,
Good
100
presses.
got filled. 100 got filled at around was it 87s?
87s.
New lows. Yeah, new lows here, at least within this microstructure that we're looking at. Let's see if we end up
House count
bidding that.
working an
Well,
80 bid to cover one. House count short
yep.
two, working 80 bid to cover one.
I mean, it looks
Jerome.
like there are some buyers, stepping in and buying up some of the bottoms of these wicks here. It's just
Hmm.
what time frame are these traders? Because if they're long time frame, it might be a problem. If they're short time frame, they could already be selling and getting out here. This could just be going back lower. Oh, okay. God, man, you see profit, take profit, shady. Sometimes you don't press
Mm.
the button fast enough.
Got a 15-minute candle about to close in a few seconds. See what this does.
Okay, back to the top of the 1 minute range. So the 1 minute range has now stretched highs and lows, but we're still kind of back in it. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. See, I think the real question here is do we move our stop back up? But I don't know if we do that though.
Mm.
Because if we can close below 713 on this new 15-minute candle, that would just really embolden this range a little bit.
Yeah. Well, it looks like you're going to have a trade to hold into Power Hour, Mr. Dolby.
Well, we'll see. We will see. We got Agnieszka coming up, so I'll probably flatten this no matter what. But also, we're pretty close to getting break even here. I mean, we're only about right on time. Right on time,
Just a
Nasdaq.
couple ticks away.
Couple ticks away, yeah. 'Cause we're at break even right now. 713s.
There we go. Rejecting off of the cloud on the 1 minute.
Yeah. Man, it's really been a wild one within this 1 minute range here.
Mm-hmm. Seeing a pretty deep wicks on that 15-minute chart.
Oh yeah, very very deep. But we're still within range. So like the argument to move your stop back, like to move the stop back up to say like 724 is just having the stop within the range. Oh, look at this, JD. Goodness gracious. Back down 10 points. That was pretty fast. It's almost 15 points.
Mm-hmm.
And sellers came right back in. This is super chop right here. Chat, what do you have? Anything good? Richard Harris. Hello, Richard Harris. Always active in chat. We got a megaphone. A 1 minute megaphone.
A 1 minute megaphone.
Yep.
Oh, look at that.
Higher
Little baby
highs,
megaphone.
little baby one. Higher highs, lower lows.
Oh, hey guys, a little bit of housekeeping. Before we get out of here, we never got to our hot streaks this morning. We've got, all right, we got the house count short. We've got Cesar short. Here are your funded trader hot streaks. Closed out on Friday.
A megaphone.
Yep.
Nice.
I
Very
thought
nice,
you guys
Dolby.
pretty good here.
All right, funded trader hot streaks. Here they are. We lost Ali last week. Ali hit the max loss limit, so that moved Torero up to the front. Torero now at 38 days worth $9,802. Big numbers coming on the hot streaks. We got three newcomers too. Gardeliz was here last week, 36 days now. We're at 12,942. Then Daniel, Wang Ying, and Julius. Solid numbers coming from these three traders. Daniel now on a 34-day heater worth $18,637. Wang Ying, 34 days worth $17,749. And Julius at 32 days worth $9,500. Those are some big numbers for those respective hot streaks. Big shout out to Daniel M, P&L leader on your hot streaks list for today. We're going to follow up with some of these traders for tomorrow too.
Yep.
I like seeing those kinds of numbers on the hot streaks list.
And man, NQ really wants to get us stopped out here.
Yeah, it does.
Please don't though. Or we're asking.
Please,
Jerome.
please.
Jerome. What's our risk? I think our initial risk on this trade, if we went to top of the 15-minute range, is like $350, maybe $400.
It's pretty reasonable.
So, yeah. So that's kind of like the argument to not go to break even, is because if you're playing like a true range kind of trade, like you always want your stop to be outside of range. Because anything within range is 100% acceptable for price action and price movement, and you want your stop to be in an area. Okay, we're break even. Minus 399. So let's see if this does get up here. We'll do a little like paper.
House count's flat. Is that what you said?
Yes. Right, because now the 15-minute range is still within the range. It hasn't broken out yet. Let's just see theoretically what would happen if we had kept our stop, say, at like 725s, which is outside of the 15-minute range. Would we still be in this trade by the end of the segment? We'll find out and see.
Interesting, yeah. Will that be the liquidity grab before the move lower continues, or since we made a higher low, is this sort of a reversal pattern setting up? Only time will tell, but house count scratch to trade basically. Cesar sticking with his short.
Yeah.
What's your stop at again?
Sticking to.
Where are you covering this?
I have it. Let's see. I have it. I have my stop at 21,723, more or less.
723.
Yeah, just
right about where we were.
If I was looking to get short, I would I
Right there,
would
decent
take
high.
your stop for sure. That's the juiciest and cheapest trade. Because the trade's still
Yep.
valid, right? It's a 15-minute range. It's still a valid
It's a good point.
trade. Range has not been broken yet.
But once it does break, like it'll just go hard in either direction, and
It'll just melt. Yeah.
you know, I'm looking.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I want it to melt. Yeah,
That's why the ranges, big ranges, like 15-minute, 30-minute ranges, like intraday, I think those are like the most realistic to be tradable, and like you can get good positioning in there. Be very, very lucrative formations. I find that on like 4-hour daily ranges, they're kind of hard to intraday trade just because the wicks are so much longer than whatever your stop is going to be, unless you're trading micros and it's super wide, super wide. But 15, 30 minutes intraday are just the best. 5 minutes also very good. But bigger the range, bigger the profit potential. Just bigger the move outside of it. Oh man, JD.
Here
This
we
is,
go.
this is a good lesson, chat. This is a good lesson. All about
We talked
moving
about
the
it.
stop.
Yep. We
Exactly
talked about
what
it while we were doing
talked
it too. We didn't want to do
Yep.
it, but it was also dangerous holding a trade into the next segment. We need to manage it.
This is where things get difficult, right? Because it's like, oh, let's go to break even, and part of me is like, oh, let's just take the profit, and we can always re-enter it. But you go to break even, you get nothing. But that fear of losing ends up making you not win.
Yep. Yeah, the fear of losing makes you not win. That's a great point. Should get that on a T-shirt too.
Yeah.
Top step
Those
swag.
are Dolbyisms.
well, I want.
A couple more
it
minutes,
says that.
guys. We're gonna give this 2 or 3 more minutes. We're gonna bring Hogan for the afternoon recap, and then we've got Power Hour coming up. Dolby's gonna stick around. We've got Agnieszka.
I think Andre's doing it.
Agnieszka. Andre. Just Andre? Andre and
Yeah, just Andre.
Agnieszka? Okay.
Yep. That was such a good example. We should have to like timestamp this as a perfect example of accepting risk, moving stops to break even, and the repercussions of all of that.
Yeah.
We had salad
Being a little
salad
too
hands. Got Cesar.
Micromanaging. Overmanaging a trade.
Here we go,
Here we
breaking
go.
through. Wants to break through now.
See?
Let's
Taking
go,
the move
Nasdaq.
without it. Yep.
It's always the darkest before the dawn, especially in the NASDAQ.
Jerome.
Nasdaq.
Jerome.
Gotta behave on my live appearance, Nasdaq.
This is a good trade, though. I mean, I wish we had diamond hands. We had Cesar.
I got taken
Cesar
out
dressing
once, so I had
hands.
to re-enter.
Yeah. Well, the trade's still
Cesar
valid. It's
dressing.
it's still a good trade. You just got to get that big break. This hasn't happened yet,
Yeah.
but it looks like it really wants to. There's just so much pain below, like I think like 680s. We're so close. It's only really 20 points, which is a sneeze for NASDAQ.
Yeah. Just not getting any real movement right now.
No, pretty
Okay.
typical.
Yes,
2 more minutes.
Yeah,
2 more
it's-
minutes.
that's what it looks like
Oh.
at this time of the day. Just consolidates or ranges.
Yep. We got Hogue coming in for afternoon recap.
We got Hope coming in for the afternoon recap. Actually, we should bring him in
Please.
right now so we don't
Yeah.
lose any time with Agnieszka. So, guys,
Yes,
Cesar,
yes,
thanks
yes.
for joining us. Appreciate your
All right.
time. This was excellent. Caesar's still short. He's hanging on to it. Diamond hands, taking
Hanging
it all
on.
the way down. Runners are for the auto liquidator, right, folks? That was a joke.
That's
Runners are not for the auto liquidator. Dolby time. Thanks for joining us, guys. This has been a great session. We have a new power player. Congratulations, Cesar. You are now a power player here at Top Step.
Oh man,
Live under
I
trader.
have
Cesar.
no idea how I got here, but I'm here now.
You're
Just
here.
one trade at a time. One trade at a time.
One trade at a time.
All right, folks, we're going to step out of the way. Hope's coming in for the afternoon recap in just a minute, and then we've got Power Hour with Andre and Agnieszka. So we'll be right back. Top Step TV. Let's go.